Hi guys, it's me, RadicalSoda, and I've been turned into a sealed copy of the Ratchet & Clank trilogy for the PlayStation 3. This would have never have happened if I just used today's sponsor, NordVPN. In my opinion, it's always useful to have a VPN ready to go on your computer, like a condom for your device. But what do I know? I only feature 8-player online mayhem. I live in New Zealand, which means sometimes websites forget I exist. But with a VPN, I can force them to think I do. Live in America. Or maybe Brazil. Waka waka. Without a VPN, how am I gonna play Gun Gals 2? I don't even have hands! There's a link down below in the description for a special Nord bundle deal with all sorts of contraptions like password management and a malware blocker, and it's yours for the taking right now! I mean, what am I gonna do about it? I'm only rated age 7 and up. If you're not 100% on board yet, I recommend you can go to their site, do a little bit of research for yourself and see what they can offer you, and if you think it could help you, the deal is there if you want it. I'll even show you my ass. Don't tell anyone, though. Last time on RadicalSoda's Sonic Colors Ultimate Review. Decapitated Sonic.
Living in the city.
It's like a roller coaster.
Hi, everybody. I made a big boo-boo in my last video. When Schming Dingleson was doing his segment, I edited in the wrong footage. Here, you can have the two clips on their own. They're meant to show, like, that the automated dash panel segments aren't working properly, but, like, I just, Mamma mia. Oh my gosh, another spring level Sega, you spoil me! Is it just me or did the music when you're underwater used to be, I don't know, audible? A quick comparison for you. Just another little thing that I'm pointing out, which will no doubt add to the fuel of the 14-page long comment I'm sure a couple of you are drafting out there as I speak. Did anyone else have the problem with this bastard being uncatchable when you're using the drill wisp? Like, I get that you're meant to chase him, but hell's bells, he's unfathomably fast. You all ready for a magic trick? Here we go! Bam! Double shot. What is this? How does it happen? It's not even the end of the animation, like a transition to the next phase. It just appears for a couple frames and then blips away again. Now let's talk about these Aquarium Park remixes, huh? They were fine. They were fine. They were good. Like, whatever, man. To be honest, I'm feeling a little numb right now. Asteroid Coaster Act 2 is up next, and I don't even need to explain what I saw here. I'll just play the clip. You know what isn't fun to tune into? Sonic Colors on the Switch. Ooh, Sonic!
You know,
now watch Tails fly through this wall.
Time.
Oh no, he's gonna fly upwards. Hey, stop animating! Now that's not even the clip I wanted to show. That's just a clip I found while looking for the clip I wanted to show. Why would they? Why would they both? I'm sorry? And yes, I was playing the Switch version on stream there, which is widely regarded as the buggiest version, but happens in the PS4 version too. This can't have been play-tested, right? I am this close to packing up my shit and just leaving the review here, but you know what? There's one thing and one thing only keeping me going, and that is the music. You know what? Despite everything else, there's always one thing you can count on, and that is the quality. I don't really need to talk about, like, Act 3, 4, and 5, right? Like, we all just kind of agree they're not that good. Although I must ask about the spinny lightsaber things. Aren't they only meant to be blasting out the ends if they're hitting a wall? Alrighty then. Another small part of Colors Ultimate where, yeah, all things considered, it doesn't really matter all that much, but it just feels a little bit more sloppy than it should be. You know, actually, comparing the two acts side by side... Oh my god, I don't care anymore! Somebody stop this video! I've stopped giving a shit about Sonic Colors! Make it end! Stop watching this video! It's not worth it for my mental health! Look like a beacon in a box. How many fucking lumens do you need, man? Act 6's graphics aren't exactly stellar either. I mean, for some reason the water's bright blue, just like an aquarium park, which doesn't look like it remotely belongs in Asteroid Coaster. I feel like they just copied and pasted the water over from Aquarium Park along with all of its assets and just called it a day. But in the original, the water was clear and it didn't make your whole screen blue, meaning that even though Asteroid Coaster isn't exactly the first place I'd expect to see a large volume of water, it had enough changes made to it in order to make it blend in a little better. Listen, I know I've been bitching about the graphics in every single level in Sonic Colors Ultimate so far, but why don't we just take it easy and just relax? Like, if you like the graphics in Sonic Colors Ultimate, you are allowed your opinion. That is fine. That is all good. That is perfectly fine with me. You're just listening to mine at the moment, and that's fine. I'm giving my reasons as to why I don't like the graphics. You can give your reasons as to why you do like the graphics. That being said, why don't we talk about something else? Like how I used a frenzy wisp and then immediately turned back for no reason. After all, guys, if the gameplay is good, the graphics don't matter, right? I'm thinking this might have been a forced exit, like when you hit a spring with Frenzy, like in the previous acts, but for the life of me, I can't see a spring here, just this black thing. Maybe Frenzy is racist? Of course, there's the asteroid coaster boss, which we blow up, discovering a strange sideways explosion as we do, and we finally move on to the final set of stages.
Not without me, you won't!
Hey, Grells, I thought you left forever.
I did, but as soon as I left the property, a roaming gang of pimps kidnapped me and forced me to work as an exotic dancer. I only just got away.
Are you wearing anything?
I don't want to talk about it.
I can't start talking about Terminal Velocity without first mentioning the absolute slammer of a track coming out of Jun Sonoe's brilliant brain. So first things first, let's give it a listen. Yeah, the audio mixing's still the globule of shit cherry sitting atop the ice cream made of human feces. Honestly, at this point, just play the stage with the sound effects turned off. In fact, do yourself a huge favor and turn them off as soon as you start the game. Trust me, it's for your own good. Oh, you're kidding me! Other than that, Terminal Velocity is the same stage as it's always been, a really cool set piece held back by the auto-scrolling nature of it. Not a terrible stage by any means, but I certainly would—
RadicalSoda?
Dude, I was mid-sentence, what the hell? And put on a shirt.
Something's wrong with my Sonic game.
I don't know, man, it looks pretty normal when it comes to Sonic games. I think now's a good time, you know, mid-final level, to talk about the Switch port of this thing. I mentioned a couple of things earlier, like the hover wisp not working right, and the seizure-inducing graphics glitch Bear Grylls has so wonderfully demonstrated for us.
I don't feel so good.
But there are more bugs and glitches floating around in this version, which I just didn't find in the PS4 version, although I'm sure with enough time I could find enough to fill a complete series of novels. I was not trying to get any glitches while I was playing. Like, I'm not lying. Seriously, all of these bugs, all of these problems I found while playing the PS4 version, they came to me. I didn't even have to look. So, why don't we go through a couple of the glitches I came across on my stream, huh? The first thing I noticed is that the new menus were somehow even laggier. Let's give it a go and see. You're fucking kidding me. It's somehow more laggy. See how fucking laggy that is? I guess the game wasn't really optimized for the Switch because not only did the game run at 30 FPS, and fight with me on this if you want to, but personally I think if you're porting a Wii game to another console in the current year, the bare minimum you should be aiming for is 60 FPS, but my god, check out these loading screens! I want to hear everything you have to say, Tails. Now let me know if the gameplay is too, like, low, like the volume. I'm pretty sure it should be fine, but why is this taking so long to load? This is like longer than the Wii version. The PS4 version was long, but it wasn't this fucking long. Holy shit! It's a fucking Wii game! Here it is in comparison to the PS4 version. Oh, and then here are both of them in comparison to the Wii version. What happened here? I immediately exited the stage because for some reason the controls defaulted to the A button being boost, which is weird in and of itself. Every boost game since Unleashed has had the boost be on the leftmost button, but once I got back to the title screen, oh look, no music. Oh look, that's a thing that happens with this game. One of the weirdest bugs I found was actually on the results screen, and I'm not talking about the time the game slipped into purgatory. No, I got an achievement saying I successfully set a personal best and then broke all of the numbers on the results screen. Set a personal best and then break all the numbers on the results screen. I didn't break all the numbers! That 0 is still there! You can't break the last number on the results screen. Ever. I'm not joking around. Check the stream. Eventually Sonic will just start phasing through that shit. How did they mess this one up? I'd understand if all the letters stopped working on the Switch version, but just the last one? That's weird, man. Let's not forget all the Eggman robots bugging out in this segment here. Wait. They're not trying to attack me. These ones just ran right past me. Looks like they were taking notes from the Forces robots, I guess. Man, you go through this gameplay frame by frame and you can really start to notice some weird stuff. I didn't even catch this one while playing. I mean, you can see it without going frame by frame, though, if you're paying close enough attention. Honestly, if you're interested in seeing this kind of stuff and much more, please go and check out the stream playthrough. Things get pretty freaky. Whoa. Oh my god. Now, where were we? Oh, right, terminal velocity.
I think it is terminal.
I still think the original level looks better, and I know, wow, only the hottest takes here today, but yeah, here's a side-by-side comparison just in case you wanted to compare for yourself. I feel like not only does the level look less colorful, you can thank the new lighting for that, but check out the difference between the reds. Like, same goes on for the white poles and surfaces too. I don't know, it's fine, it works, but for some reason it just doesn't have the same magical feeling as the original. Probably because it's so bloody dark. And for a game that sometimes makes me want to tear my eyes out due to how bright it is, yeah, I get that that's a weird complaint.
It can't be.
The Eggman in a Sonic game? No way! I never really got why the first act of terminal velocity is before the moment Sonic sends Tails down the egg shuttle. Clearly the cutscene takes place near Tropical Resort, and it's not like Sonic ran all the way down the space elevator then back up to throw Tails inside. It's like he forgot him or something. Clearly this section was either rushed out or not thought through. And why not have this cutscene play first, go through Act 1, and then fight the boss immediately afterwards? Just have Eggman flying around in the background during Act 1 and boom, done. Story makes sense. Yo, I bet you can't guess what kind of problem the final boss has, though. Oh, you must be tingling in anticipation of what it could be. Of course, it's audio problems. What else? In fact, it's the exact same audio problem that terminal velocity has. That being you can barely hear the music. Especially once the final phase begins, then it just gets 10 times worse. So it turns out the whole reason I left Sonic Colors with a smile on my face in my original review is barely audible over all the sound effects that have been turned up louder than the music in the SA2 cutscenes. Not to mention the announcer guy who seems to be suffering from short-term memory loss. There was one bit where I was offered a homing attack when you're supposed to boost into Eggman. Sonic just kind of hung out in midair for a while. Do you know what I like more than textures in video games? That's right, no textures in video games. So when I saw that Sonic Colors Ultimate was leading the pack by not bothering to include them in the final boss fight, I was ecstatic! And that was Sonic Colors Ultimate! I paid money for this! Unfortunately, we're not quite done here. There's still a few things to talk about. Like the credits, which are notoriously long. But we're getting that sweet rainbow mix of Speak With Your Heart, so long credits or not, I'm sticking around for this. Huh? So you're telling me they've got a fantastic version of Speak With Your Heart ready to go, and they decided to use the ending of the Rainbow Mix, a full version of the bad bit? That's the only part of the song I don't like. Listen to the actual song. And here's what we got. This is stupid, I'm skipping it. I hope my controller's broken. Did you plan on going back and collecting those red rings anytime soon? Maybe doing a little Sonic simulator? Well, I hope not, because we're gonna be sitting around here for 15 minutes! So I hope you enjoy air blasting sound effects and slow scrolling words, because Sega doesn't give a shit about your personal time. And it's not like the credits are well crafted either. I mean, my laser wisp got stuck in a corner here. But what was weirder was that this was the only place in the game where I could actually see the trajectory line. Here's where my stomp effects felt like they'd have a better time detaching from Sonic to go live their own life in the wild. Oh, and here's the bit where they forgot to put a sound effect in for Cube. Happens every time, by the way, every single time. Here's the funny moment where the game thought I'd have more fun if I could walk under the words instead of on top of them. Oh, always exciting. How about that one bit where they forgot to include the planets in the background, huh? You know, the ones that scroll past every now and again in the original? They're not here. Where are they? Probably back in the original game, which you should be playing instead of this shit. And let's not forget the part where it just gave up feeding audio into my right ear. I guess I thought the left one was feeling underappreciated. Thanks, Ultimate! Quality assurance! Alright, we're approaching the 15-minute mark, so that means we're done. We're done. Look, like, this has been just... what? It's still... How long is this gonna go on? Well, let's try to stay positive lest I blow my head off. At least we can listen to some other tracks. Maybe now it'll play the Rainbow Mix of Speak With Your Heart. Or anything at all. Anything, really. I'll take anything. And now Sonic's struggling to jump? What an absolute... How? Oh my god, they just keep going. They just won't stop. This is hell. This is what hell is. They haven't even put any rings or wisps here to play with. They just gave up. I can't do it. I just can't. Oh my god, is there something over there? Planet? Something? Anything? Oh my god, here comes the other one. Are we done? Are we finally done? Oh, well, not with the glitches apparently. What the fuck? That was 30 minutes long! Originally, this video was going to be short. Here's Sonic Colors Ultimate, I'd say. You know, Music remixes are pretty cool, graphics look kind of weird, but you know, if you like Sonic Colors, you'll like this. But instead, I stumbled onto a torrent of bugs and glitches and problems that I'd never run into in any other game. Sonic Colors Ultimate is by far the sloppiest, rushed, and unfinished Sonic game that I've ever seen. And yes, that includes Sonic Boom and Sonic 06. At least their audio worked. You gotta remember that Sonic Colors Ultimate wasn't made from scratch like every other dumpster fire of a Sonic game out there. No, this is a port of a perfectly functional game. And somehow, it got to the point where Sonic couldn't even jump. I'm utterly disgusted at the state this game was released in. Hell, it's still bugs and glitches galore. I asked my community to send me some of their glitches in the fully patched game, and lo and behold, shit's still broken, everybody! Whether it be rails not working correctly, getting stuck with 3D movement in a 2D segment, being able to walk straight through closed doors, getting flung into space and then stuck in purgatory, your HUD disappearing for no reason, being killed for simply spin dashing, or just running through an automated segment, that's a thing I guess. Heck, you can be killed for not spin dashing, check this shit out! Or hey, how about being killed for standing still? Come on, man! After everything I've said today, I'd like to pose a question. Despite whether or not you agree with me, you know, reviewing games as they come in the box, unpatched, I'd still like to know, do you think it's acceptable for companies like Sega to be releasing games, not even a new full game, just a fucking port, in this state, this unfinished, this broken? Usually for a game like, I don't know, Pokemon, I would say, like, you know, if you enjoyed this game, you good on you, champion, great job. We can have different, you know, wants and needs out of a series, but, you know, good on you. You can enjoy that. But not with this. Like, at least Pokemon functions correctly. Golduck? Are you alright, buddy? Most of the time. Normally when I buy a game, I don't want to have to worry about the sound cutting out in my left ear. I don't want to have to worry about falling through the map, or my character's head coming off, or the game crashing randomly. Is that so much to ask? I want to make something very clear, and I probably should have said this at the start of the video instead of at the end, but I like Sonic. I want to be able to play a Sonic game and say, wow, I'm having a grand old time, instead of being frustrated every time something goes screwy. Sega isn't giving me much hope for the future, unfortunately. The last few games we got were Sonic Lost World all the way back in 2013, Team Sonic Racing, which was mediocre at best, Sonic Forces, and of course, this. And yes, I know Blind Squirrel developed it, but who published it? Who gave it the go-ahead? Do you really think Sega gave a shit about quality control? No, just get the game out quick, we want money now! So do I think Sonic Frontiers is going to be a good game? Am I cautiously optimistic? I am! Well, I was. Until I realized there was no reason I should be optimistic. Not with Sega's recent history. Why should I be? Subjectively, the game can be enjoyed, yes. Like, you're allowed to have fun while playing Sonic Colors Ultimate. I can't stop you from having that, and nor do I want to. At least you got your money's worth. But objectively, the game is rushed. It's a buggy, low-quality product that's inferior to the original in almost every way, and that's not subjective, that's a fact. Everybody seems to want Unleashed on PC nowadays, but stop and think to yourself. If Sega messed up a game as simple as Colors, how do you think the port of Unleashed is gonna go? I don't know what sort of horrible state this game was being made in, whether it was from Blind Squirrel's part, maybe they had horrible mismanagement, or Sega's part, most likely, where they constantly push the developer to rush. We may never know. Could be a mix of both. I don't know, but I do know that while I'll never play this game again, there are gonna be some people who finish watching this video and say, I don't really give a shit, I'm gonna go out and buy the game. And to those people, I just want to say one last thing, and I hope you'll hear me out. This game killed my dad and fucked my wife, don't buy it!